Last time we ended with destroying a possessed Mack. His sister cried out. Chaim looked in shock at what we had done. We need to do better. Let's see if we can. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this. If you want to see the cutscene, then check the last episode. Because this is our second attempt.
Oh yeah! Let's get it on!
I'm gonna do things just a little bit differently. We're still gonna try to steal. We are going to focus our damage on Cooke's tentacle. So we get her out sooner, and then we're gonna cast all barrier. Although, I'm realizing now we have a piercing, but not our magic ring on. So let's go and equip that. I'm going to use a flare bomb on it as well. And then we cast actual flare. I think this should release it.
Ow!
Go back to stealing, since I believe this will work. And then we will... we'll cast our all barricade. We may need to recast it depending on whether Cooke joins us or not. And gets targeted. So we rescued her much earlier this time around. That's a good thing. Probably need to heal her up. Failed to steal. Stop slowing us! All barricade. And it did affect Cooke, I'm so glad. Okay. Steal, spell. We are going to... We're going to use... Should we use Prism? Yeah, we should. There it is. And I'm actually going to use Shine. Let's see how well this works. Perfect! Oh wow, that's beautiful damage. Obsidian Sai. That's okay. Come on, come on. Oh. Alright. I'm actually going to use healing medicine on Cooke. We'll try another steal. We'll continue and continue.
Okay.
She's getting better already. We're gonna need something on Seth though. Doesn't have anything. All those misses just not to have anything. that was disappointing. Spell, black magic, flare. I think that'll take care of that. And then, you know, we need a healing herb on Seth. That's gone. And flare. Let's get some healing medicines going. We're going to cast Zephyr. I'm going to cast Zephyr, and I'm doing this because I'm worried that any attack we do will carry over to Mack. Oh, completely let go of that. It's okay. Mack falls. So healing medicine on Cooke. We'll still have her try to steal. Okay. See what knocking him out does. And we didn't want Zephyr.
Okay.
Hitting our back row yet again. Alright, he's asleep. Doesn't have anything. Defend. Defend. Black magic. Sleep and defend. Shadow.
Ow!
So he's waking up. I don't know how to do this. I'm gonna have to defend, defend. Black magic. Sleep. And flare? Yeah, let's talk something else. Let's try sealing him. Miss. Let's change our accessory. Spell, black magic. I want to see who hits first. We're gonna use a mana herb on Jensen. Spell, black. We're just gonna see. Oh, we can't. Fine. Use a mana herb. Jensen. And then. You know what? I could casting support Jansen, we can go faster.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
And we'll just attack. Cook will get one. Black will sleep.
Okay.
And then he'll run up and attack. Okay, spell. Flare. Item, we're gonna healing herb. Jansen now. Spell, black magic, sleep.
Okay.
And due to casting support, Jansen is guaranteed to go first. Oh, and he's still asleep. Thank goodness. Spell, black magic, flare, and skill. And we're gonna keep. Actually, yeah, let's get a Zephyr in there. Good. Good. Oh, and Mack is awake. So we are going to use Mana Herb. Jansen. Use Mana Herb. Mana Herb on Cook. Spell, black magic. Put him to sleep. And skill, casting support.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I just casting support totally the wrong guy. Just have to hope I stay asleep again. Since I have it, I may as well use it.
Yeah.
30. 105. Oh, and he's still down. Just in case this is a trick, I'm going to use healing medicine on Cook. Spell, black magic. that is enough to take it down. That was a very challenging and strategic boss fight. I approve.
Mack! Mack! Cooke!
When Mack is safe.
Oh,
Ouch.
you dummy! Sorry. Don't you know how sad it would have made Mom if you died? Yeah, I know. Why'd you go alone? How come you didn't tell me? Because, Cooke, you're always so cranky when someone wakes you up. Well, sorry, but still. I wanted to show Mom those flowers. I thought if I came here, I could meet her. I wanted to talk to her. You can't do that. Mom's dead. You won't ever see her again. Tell me, Kyle, when someone dies, what happens to their soul? Do you know? You lived a long time. Haven't you ever seen anything?
No, I haven't. When people die, they just go away. If there's any place a soul would go, it's in your memories. People you remember are with you forever. Lirim will continue to live on in our memories. And that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Let's return these flowers to where they belong.
Wow.
What is it this time?
Well, that's interesting. Based on all his dreams, he does believe in the
Feels different than the
afterlife.
spirit that attacked Mack.
Well, not to me.
The other one felt evil. This is different. It's warm, tender. It's almost tranquil. Right.
You two get back!
Mack! Come here. What?
Oh, what just happened? Now that is interesting.
Flowers. What is this?
Flowers of happiness blooming in a place that 500 years ago was filled with grief.
Incredible. It's a miracle. This is a miracle. It's Mom. Yeah, Mom's here. I know she's here. She heard us.
You have me
She
convinced.
knows us. Mom, look. We're doing fine, Mom. Mom, I'm gonna go find Grandma. I'm gonna grow strong like Kime. It's warm. The warmth of her soul. Lirim's brought us a miracle, Kime.
I believe it.
Miracle. Always keep you in our thoughts, Lirim.
It's really quite touching. Alright. That. Oh, we're saving on this one now. That was heartwarming. Oh. Now we have Kaim, Seth, and Mack. Let's take a look at Mack. They want Mack in the front row? But he doesn't have the health to support it. There we go. Okay, let's take a look. Quiet boy with an inner strength beyond his age. He's Cooke's younger brother and the child of Kaim's daughter, Lirum. He has an old battle discus with no enhancement or accessory equipped. What skills does he have, though? Spirit magic level 1 and 2. Consecutively attacks one enemy twice in a row. Power hit. And slightly increases GC of the front row. Well, I'm already seeing several things that look promising. Ah. Yeah, having Mack on our team is going to be great. Let's just look this way.
Cooke, I feel kind of weird. Mack, are you getting all strange again?
You'll be okay, Mack. Calm down. Your power won't do bad things anymore.
What? You know about this?
It's weird. The strange power is moving inside of me.
That's the magic of the Eastern Tribe. Don't worry about it. The Eastern Tribe coexists with the forest. They both respect and fear it. They revere and live so closely with the forest that they gain special powers from it.
And now it seems Cooke has those special powers.
Eastern Tribe, the people who started the war 500 years ago?
But why me?
You were possessed by the Crimson Forest, which still holds the remnants of the Eastern Tribe's spirit. Because of that, the power of the Eastern Tribe now resides within you, Mack.
Ooh, seems like a mixed blessing to me.
That's not true. I'm sure it'll come in handy. You should be thankful, Mack.
Good for you, Mack. I wish I could get it. You don't suppose the Crimson Forest would possess me too, would it?
Probably not now with Larum's blessing about. Speaking of, let's take a look at spirit magic. If Shadow inflicts low non-elemental damage on all enemies. Chime wakes up one party member from sleep. Slightly increases the magical attack. And slightly increases the physical attack. So very support heavy. Let's see where this takes us. Okay. So there was that we could only activate. So Mack was here. With me? Seems so. There's powerful spirit magic at work in this forest. It's likely that everything is coming back to life due to a spirit mage like Mack being here. How neat! Let's see if these things are working then. Alright. There we go. Seed obtained. And it looks like a monster.
It's now or never!
Well, it looks like we're testing prison. And let's actually boost physical attack. Physical attack with this.
Let's go!
Perfect. Oh, this still hurts.
Like taking candy from a baby.
Time learned combo. Let's go ahead and heal up the party. We'll get some more mana herbs on her. Or at least one more. That's the one. There's another one in this area. Wrong way.
Oh, do not underestimate me!
Attack, skill, turn tail.
Maybe next time!
Alright, very nice. Because we are just here to finish off the exploring of the forest. And then we'll move back. A demon warrior's blade and a demon warrior ring. Will that be worth it? I have to wonder. Plus 18 attack. What about the demon warrior ring? Beast killer, machine killer, and magic killer. Well, that basically covers everything. I'm gonna say yes. Yes, it is worth it. In fact, let's get that on Mack. and onwards. Again, I don't remember if there are any things to lift us up. We are sure going to check, just to be safe. Okay, nothing over there, and I can see there's nothing over there. So we're good. Let's go this way, just real quick. Oh, there is one right here. I was hoping for one. I couldn't remember for sure. Oh. We probably are going to be fighting some battles along here. Or not. Oh, I guess those are over there. Refresh. Now, what kind of spell is that? It was green. I think that would mean it'd be a spirit one. It is. So refresh slightly recovers the HP of a row of party members. Free magic spells are free magic spells. And while this one costs a little bit of time, I feel satisfied with that. Going to go over here.
Are you some kind of beast?
That is awesome looking sword. No, let's see what happens when everyone uses ground bomb to hit, and then just for fun, have everyone use flare bomb to try to go first.
Okay.
Good job.
Okay.
Good job. No damage up. I don't think this will be enough. We're about to find out. Nope. Oh, he didn't run away. He did not run away. How much HP does he have left? Just 74. Which means if everyone uses flare bomb against him, we can actually kill one of these. Alright, let's see what happens.
Okay.
6.
Okay.
6. And we did it.
Everyone okay?
Oh, wow, that was worth quite a bit of experience. Running, 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 running through the forest, running. Running here, running there, running everywhere, we're getting out of here. Alright. Oh, we have a memory. So, as always, if you don't like the 1,000-Year Dreams, just look to the description below. We'll provide a time stamp for you to click on. Skip past this. However, I do encourage you to stick around. Here we go. A dream has been revealed. Elegy Island. This happened a long, long time ago. On a small island which has since perished, they had an odd custom. They mourned their dead with song, with elegies. The songs would play without ceasing from the last moments before death, through the funeral, to the burial. Elegies would be sung for many purposes, to ease the grief of the family, to recall the legacy of the deceased, to appease the soul of one who died under stressful circumstances, to celebrate one person's having lived to a ripe old age, or to evoke anger at another's pointless death. There were no fixed melodies or lyrics. Apparently the songs were sung without lyrics at all. No documents have survived, so all we can do is assemble oral histories, sighs the archaeologist as she views the island from the deck of the ship. The people of that island country had no writing system, which means they had no way to leave behind signs or evidence of their lives. I wish that we could at least interview a few survivors, but there weren't any. Every single person was killed. The research team's archaeologist is a young woman in her 20s. Her country is the one that destroyed the island. It happened while her ancestors, 7 generations back, were still young people. I hate to badmouth my own country, she says with a shrug, but they really didn't have to go that far. That far is no exaggeration. Her country prided itself on its overwhelming military force. For it to gain mastery over the tiny island would have been as simple as twisting an infant's arm, but her country believed in oppressing its neighbors with force. The leaders were thinking more of those neighbors than of the island itself when it launched its all-out attack. The island was a mere object lesson. It was scorched from end to end. Every human being on the island, from newborn babies to elders on the verge of death, was killed without mercy. It's odd, though, says the young woman with a grim smile. There are hardly any records left from that time, even in our country. I suppose what they did was so terrible. They didn't want their descendants to know about it. Her remark prompted some older scholars on board to clear their throats, at the sound of which she snaps her mouth shut. Sorry, she whispers. You're not much older than I am. You probably don't want to hear about all this old stuff anyway. I do. What interest can a sailor like you have in these boring academic matters? Chaim only shakes his head in silence. Suddenly things become very busy on deck. The boat is approaching the island and has entered a stretch of intricate channels where the skill of the crew will be tested. Boatswain calls Chaim. Oh, I'm sorry, the woman says. I shouldn't be monopolizing your time. You've got work to do. Even as she apologizes, the talkative young archaeologist asks Chaim, Do you mind if I ask you one next question? Please, ask away, he replies, stopping in his tracks. She looks around to make sure no one is listening, and whispers, I'm sure this is your first time taking a research team over. Uh-huh. And your first time going to the island? Well, yes. So you probably don't know about the bad stories they tell about this place. But some scholars who go there fall under a curse. Like they get sick while doing their research on the island, or they become mentally unstable after they go home. I've heard some even killed themselves. You mean a long time ago, right? Right. This is the first research trip in 50 years. Up to then, every time they sent out a team, 1 or 2 of the members would suffer the curse. This is why they put a stop to them all these years. So I'm a little scared myself. She sends a mock shudder through her body. I just thought I'd ask if you could teach me some magic spell for getting back safely. Alan looks straight at her, not merely taking in her appearance, but searching for the person deep inside. You'll be fine, he says. You think so? I'm pretty sure you'll be okay. She looks at him questioningly. If you hear singing, though, come along with it. What do you mean? She asks, her expression increasingly uneasy, but Chaim says nothing more. Get over here now, mister! The boatswain shouts at Chaim, who heads for his station. He did tell the woman one white lie, though. This is not his first time coming to the island. He's been here many times before. His first trip happened a long, long time ago. As the archaeologist said, the island's elegies had no fixed melodies or lyrics. They were all sung extemporaneously and never repeated. 100 deaths required 100 elegies, nor did mourners agree in advance on the nature of their elegy before they started singing. At first each would sing his or her own song, expressing his or her own feelings about the deceased. Eventually, the jumble of songs would come together into a single melody, without any one singer taking the lead. In the culture of this island, that had no writing, there was, of course, no musical notation. There was no instruments for accompaniment either. Each mourner is grieving for the loved one, would give voice to hopes for a peaceful last journey, and a song would emerge. Kaim's travels first brought him here when the island was at peace, which is to say, centuries ago. He happened to arrive just after the death of the village elder. For 3 days and nights an elegy was sung around the clock. The island's people's song, which shook the darkness and reverberated all across the clear blue daytime sky, left its mark with a certain ennobling comfort in the breast of Kaim, a man for whom fate had decreed that no one would ever sing an elegy. To think that such an island had burned to the ground. The people fled in all directions at once, and were murdered one at a time. It was an absolute bloodbath. Kaim knows about the atrocities that accompanied the butchery. Things that were not handed down to the generation of the young archaeologist. Had it wished to, the woman's country could have taken control of the island in a single night, but instead it used its military power to chase down each of the island's inhabitants over a period of several days, as if carefully filling in the blank spaces of a coloring book. The island became enveloped in elegies. At first, while the living still outnumbered the dead, voices in elegiac song all but shook the island with their volume. As the days went by, however, and the dead came to outnumber the living, the sobbing voices in song grew even fainter. When the battle reached its final phase, the few remaining islanders who had been cornered in the island's northern tip fled into a large cave. They resigned themselves to death. All that was left for them to do was to pray that they might be allowed to die with some degree of peace. But even this small measure of hope they were unable to wring from their attackers. The army of the archaeologist's country went for maximum brutality. They entered the cave with every weapon at their command, and dragged out and killed 1 islander per day. Today, it was an old man. The next day, it was a young man. The day after that, they tortured to death a young mother with an infant at her breast. And the following day, the infant they tore from her arms was put to death. The elegies resounded without interruption. The singing voices that escaped from the cave invaded the ears of the soldiers who were carrying on the massacre. Those soldiers with kind hearts collapsed one another, or they went mad and left the front line. Song was the final weapon of the islanders, who had no other means to fight. They went on singing as they struggled against starvation, thirst, and their own fears. The commanding officer of the anti-insurgency force ordered his men to fill in the mouth of the cave. If they buried the people alive, he thought, the singing would no longer be audible. Nevertheless, faint singing continued. It went on day after day. Rainy days, clear days, daytime, nighttime. It continued, but no longer without breaks, which gradually increased in length. The singing went beyond being an elegy for a single person, and became a song suffused with the sorrow of all living things on the island. About the time the season ended, the last thin thread of singing died out. The army left the island. Not a single record of these military operations was left. Never again did anyone come to live on the island. The first research team in 50 years is plagued by difficulties. One scholar after another collapses. Almost every day, someone is sent out to the vessel anchored offshore, sick. All of the scholars moan with pain, blocking their ears. The situation is exactly what it was before the island was sealed off from research. Chaim knows exactly what is happening. The ocean breeze sweeping across the island sounds like a song. The branches swaying in the forest sounds like a song. The birds in the trees sound like a song. The babbling of the brooks sounds like a song. The treading of boots on piled fallen leaves sound like a song. The crashing, receding of waves on the shore sound like a song. The elegy for the island that people sang with every last bit of life they could dredge up from inside themselves now is being sung by the island itself. Please, stop. I beg you. Please stop. The scholars cry out in their delirium, covering their ears. I don't know what we did. It was our ancestors, not us. The scholars who moan, hiss, hear anger and sorrow in the constantly resounding elegy. What they say is true. It is not their fault. But they have been given no knowledge of what happened on this island so long ago. Sometimes, not knowing can be a profound sin. They should prick up their ears and listen all the more. That is what Chaim has always done. The elegy being sung by the island is not merely hurling hatred and anger at them. The island is not trying to torture members of the younger generation like them, who are without sin. Rather than blocking their ears, they should listen. If they do, the message will reach them, for the island is telling them, you must know the truth. You must know what actually happened on this island so long ago. The investigation ends much earlier than originally planned. Most of the research team have returned to the ship, their health broken, and some of the more seriously ill members have been sent home. It is no longer possible to continue the work. The young archaeologist who spoke to Chaim on the way in is one of the few who have preserved to the end. Thanks to you, she says to Chaim. As soon as she climbed from the launch into the ship, she saw Chaim standing on deck, hurried over to him. She looks haggard, but her fatigue is clearly less physical than mental. Still, her eyes harbor a strong-willed gleam. Did you hear the singing? He asks. I did, she said with a nod, looking back at the receding island. It was so sad. Just as he thought. She was able to open herself to the sadness. Did you sing along with it? Yes. I did that too, partly because of what you said to me, but I also found myself humming the same tune quite naturally. Chaim nods and smiles at her. This is the first time he has encountered anyone with the heart to hear the island's elegy. This time when I get home, she says, I want to do some more serious research on the war. It's something I have to do. I almost feel I don't have any choice in the matter. I'm glad to hear that, he says. I might turn up some facts that my country finds inconvenient, but I feel it's absolutely necessary to learn the truth, to know what actually happened. The ship emerges into the open sea. A single white bird flies out from the island, as if seeing the ship off on its journey. Tracing a great arc against the blue sky, it releases one high, ringing cry. No longer an elegy, this is a song of joy and forgiveness, signaling the dawn of a new age. End. Welcome back to those who skipped the 1,000-Year Dream. I really liked that one. It was full of different tones. And so, let's see what we have here. We have Chaim at level 21. Seth, Cook, and Jansen are all within a few experience to 21. And Mack is a full level, nearly 2 levels behind. and so he'll need to do some catching up. But due to that level cap that we mentioned earlier, that's probably not going to be a problem. Now I am going to go to the city of Numara. Free ocean state of Numara. Alright. Now I do want to show you the music box minigame. Give it a shot. That's the spirit. Which song would you like to try? Now, see, we completed Cubic Music Score 1 off screen. Let's go ahead and do 2. So, D-A-A-D. Alright, yes. Alright. We only need 4 people. Change formation, yes. D-A-A-D. It's really as simple as that. I imagine later ones are more difficult. Okay, what do I get? Dodger. And that was green as well. Probably a spirit magic. Yep, our last level 1. Which by its own name increases the evasion. Now I'm entering here. Can't remember where the crystal guy is. Not here. That's okay. Let's talk to the ring maker. Flying beast ring. Beast and aim. Yep. Soul ring. MP. Yes, please. Fire powered. Yes, please. Wind powered. Again, yes, please. And earth powered. Okay. So it wasn't there. Is it here? I don't believe it was here. Because this is where the back room opened up, but we do need to buy some more items. This is where we finished the hide and seek quest we started, found the guy in the back room, and behind that, or through the back exit, so this place has 3 exits, found the gondola person. Let's see. Nothing new there, but I do feel like we need to get some more items. Spending quite a bit of money on this because I think that it's worth it. And we are out of money. It's okay. Where was that guy? Is it here? Yes, this is him. Oh, he needed 13 more. Oh, I missed one! I thought he needed 9 more. I missed one somewhere. Maybe I'll go back, but probably not. And get it. For now, I think that this is a great place to end. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe, hit the bell notification, and you'll get each and every episode as they come out. Also, check out the playlist that I'll include here in the end screen to go back to episode 1 if you want to catch them all, or watch one of our other playlists for Blue Dragon or Final Fantasy X. I'm Ndonosci. As always, have fun!